So I want to share with you something that comes up pretty often whenever you're trying to secure your residential facility and you're unsure about whether you can open a home in a certain community or not. Now, this pertains to the US, and this is my real estate book, very well read. I've had a real estate license in Manhattan, worked for Barbara Cochran's Cochran Company in Manhattan before I moved to Arizona. And then in Arizona, I wanted to pursue my real estate dreams. Failed the exam twice, but I'm still very passionate about real estate. I love the education. I love the field. I love the career. And ultimately, owning a residential facility is really about healthcare and real estate, because you know what we're really doing is establishing healthcare businesses in real estate. So today I wanted to talk to you about the federal fair housing laws. These are federal fair housing laws. And what these laws do is primarily say that you cannot discriminate against group homes. So whenever you're wondering whether to open a group home in a certain community, or you hear all the bickering in those Facebook pages that run in a particular HOA, homeowners association community, or next door, or wherever it is, because there's a lot of negative energy surrounding group homes. And you know, the irony is the young adults or children or elderly people we take care of are your family members, right? So I don't think the bickering or the annoying energy is necessary. You know, everybody is always one trigger away from a major mental health breakdown. And we're all aging, we're all growing old. So I think if you're listening to this and you're a community member and you have a group home in your community, have some compassion. Even best is go out, go to the Department of Public Safety, apply, get a fingerprinting card, go do your CPR first aid, go see your doctor or to any clinic in your community, go get a current TB test, and then go and apply in one of the group homes in your community and volunteer, because we are always short of labor. So anyway, that was my 1 minute rant to all those neighbors who yap a lot. Yap. Did you see what they did? Did you see how many police cars were there? Not necessary. Taking care of people with mental disabilities is hard as it is. If you have time to bicker, go get your CPR, first aid, fingerprint, TB, and come and volunteer, because your help is always needed. Okay, so I'm going to go over with you the federal housing laws. And the fair housing laws prohibit discrimination in the sale, rental, advertising, and financing on housing. I'm going to take the camera and turn it here. So these are federal fair housing laws. So fair housing laws prohibit discrimination in the sale, rental, advertising, and financing of housing based on race, color, religion, national origin, sex, gender, that was added in 1974, disability, added in 1988, and familial status, added in 1988. So familial status, race, equal, sex, handicap, oh, this is what we used to use. Yeah, remember we used to use this word to remember it, fresh corn. All the classes you can't discriminate against. So we're gonna move over here, and this is the Fair Housing Amendment Act of 1988, which prohibits discrimination due to a disability or familial status. And they say disability is any physical or mental impairment that substantially limits an individual's major life activities, right? So major life activities is functions such as caring for oneself, performing manual tasks, walking, seeing, hearing, speaking, breathing, learning and working. And then physical impairments is any physiological disorder or condition such as blindness, hearing impairments, mobility impairments, HIV infection, alcoholism, drug addiction, and chronic fatigue. And then any mental impairment is mental or psychological disorder. So a disabled person is not someone who uses, controls illegal drugs, or is a threat to health, safety, or property of others. For example, an alcoholic would be protected under the definition of handicap, but landlords may consider behavioral manifestations when evaluating prospective tenants. So if you have a behavioral group home, alcoholism, drug addiction, right? Now, this part says using zoning laws or deed restrictions to prevent group homes from being created in a neighborhood. So you can't do that, right? You can't discriminate or do that. A group home is a home where a number of unrelated people in need of care, support, or supervision live together. Further, a real estate broker cannot disclose a residential dwelling is a group home to potential buyers or tenants. So these are federal laws. This is not my own imagination. The fair housing, federal fair housing laws are federal fair housing laws. So you need to be comfortable in whatever community you're looking at, knowing that any members of a group home are protected. That is the federal fair housing laws. So people may bicker and yak all they want all day, all night. Members in your group home are protected. And many people don't know this law. They do not know this federal law. So I don't think there's any city or HOA that will be coming after you because every 2 days you have police vehicles or emergency service vehicles outside your home. Like, do your group home in peace. And if anyone needs to know, you just Google for them the federal fair housing laws. And then you go to the Fair Housing Amendments Act of 1988, which prohibits discrimination due to disability or familial status. All right. You want more good things like this? I'll keep bringing them because this is a very important law. And when I read it, I sent it to all of my friends so that they could know and continue doing and having their group homes in peace. So that's it.